What's up, guys, and welcome to my new channel.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. Cause I've been blasting and laughing so long that even my mama thinks that my mind is gone. But I ain't never crossed a man that didn't deserve it. Me be treated like a punk, you know that's unheard of.
What's up, everybody? Zach here, and this is my new channel, where basically I'm going to be taking you through the typical life of myself, as well as taking you through my workouts. My big focus with this channel is to show people that everyday people can get in the gym, can get fit, can start to get results out of their body that they want to see. I'm a typical guy. I'm nothing special. I go to school, I work. That's what my life is. As far as it happens, I've been in the gym for about 2.5 years now. I'm not huge by any means, and I don't try to pretend I am. But as far as it goes, I've made a drastic improvement from where I once was to where I am now. And it's that kind of improvement that I think anybody can make. And it's my commitment with this channel to take that everyday person and make them into something they can be proud of. Now, you're gonna see in this channel, I don't lift overly heavy. I'm not a huge guy yet, but I'm progressing towards something that I wanna do. Coming up in my next year, I'm looking to compete in a men's physique bodybuilding competition. Now, this is something that I've been working towards for a few years now. Ever since I started, it was something that I wanted to be a goal in the end. But when it comes down to it, that's not everybody's goal. Some people want to lose a bit of weight, some people want to gain a bit of muscle, and that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to help everybody get to that point. As far as this channel goes, if I can help one person meet their fitness goals, then I'm going to be happy with it. I do this because it's a passion, not because of anything else. I want this to be what I do someday. I want to be able to finish school and get into a fitness industry. I'm a business student. As far as I'm concerned, I will be working for a supplement company, a fitness company, something in that realm when I'm done with school. And if not, I want to be somebody who's in the industry. I want to be a fitness icon. I want to be somebody that people will come up to and say, hey, I'm having some troubles with this. Can you give me some advice? Because really, when it comes down to it, fitness comes to giving. What you want to do is you want to take what you've learned over the years and give those back to other people. And with this channel, I'm hoping that I can do that as best as I can. So if you want to see what it takes to go through a day in the life of me, what workouts I'm going through, and what it's taking up to this next show that I'm going to be competing at, watch the channel, see the updates, and hopefully you'll join me along the ride. Thanks, guys. Enjoy the workout. Okay, here we are jumping into the workout. Today is my shoulder and core day. We're going to start things off here with the OHP, or the overhead press. This one here is one of your top shoulder exercises. It's really great for helping build that nice big shoulder cap. The OHP is generally considered to be one of the top 4 staples for bodybuilding, along there with bench press, deadlift, and squats. I find the OHP to be one of my favorite exercises for shoulders. I personally like to do it standing as opposed to sitting like a lot of other people, because I find that it really engages the core a bit more with the exercise. Next off here, we're going to jump into the upright row. The upright row is a really nice exercise in my opinion. I find that it gives me a nice stretch out of it. I can really feel it engaging the shoulders when I'm going on with this. Another great thing about this is it does engage the traps a bit too with the top part of your row there. So it gives you a bit more than just your typical shoulder exercise. Next off, we are going to get into the lateral raises. Now, lateral raises are a pretty typical exercise when it comes to shoulders there. Pretty much everybody does them out there. They have a nice resistance, and you don't really need to have a whole lot of weight for them, which is a great exercise for it. Awesome for cutting, even better for building. Now, one thing that I do notice when it comes to lateral raises is that a lot of people will throw their hands basically up in the air when they're doing this, as opposed to trying to keep things even. I like to try and keep my hands about even with my elbows when I'm going up tilting my hands inwards slightly just to get that bit of an extra stretch with it. You'll really seem to feel the difference when you do it that way. It just always seems to work out better. After that, I like to follow it up with the lateral raise machine. Now, the machine here, generally you're not going to feel it engage right off the bat. You usually have to wait till your last few reps and then you'll really start to have it kick in. It is great because it's not a very smooth way of doing it, and it does give you that sort of tiring, burning feeling by the end of it that you don't really expect to see coming. Now to finish off with this, what I'm going to do is move into the cable lateral raise. I like to do it behind my back. I just find it gives me a better stretch. Some people will do it in front, but this is just my personal preference. With this, I am using almost no weight at all. Pretty much the top peg is where I'm going to be using it, just because it's really just a finishing exercise to wear out that muscle a little bit more, just get that real good burn going in it, and that's why I'm going to finish up here. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that most of these things right now I'm going to be doing for a minimum of 10 reps. You will see some that are a bit below that, but when it comes down to it, I'm going to failure at that point. I'm going to finish off here with some shrugs, and that'll conclude my shoulders. Now, I know your traps technically are considered to be part of your back muscle, but my personal preference is to throw the shrugs into my shoulder day. I just find I get more out of it that way, and the same way I'll throw my rear delts into my back day, which I know, once again, the rear delts are technically considered part of your shoulders. So after my shoulders there, I'm going to move into my core. What I find that works best for core is to do a bit more of a circuit training style. I'm not huge on circuit training, but I do find with the core it gives you a really good burn that'll have you lasting for a few days. You'll notice pretty much when you're doing anything after these that you're going to feel it in your core. I'm starting off here with the weighted crunch. This is probably one of my top 2 as far as exercises go. I don't have an overly big core, so you'll notice that I'm not going to be going for as many reps as the typical person would with the core, because quite honestly, I want to build up my core a bit. My waist is pretty tight when it comes down to it, and I can afford to get a little bit of size on there, so I'm not too worried about it. Now, after doing that, I like to move over to the windshield washers here. Now, this is a bit of a killer of an exercise there, and it's a bit more of an advanced exercise. Alright guys, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the shoulder and core workout. Now, my core tends to vary a fair amount. I change up the circuits almost every time as far as my muscle group workouts go. Other than that, they usually stay pretty typical for usually about 6 weeks at a time, I would say, and then I'll switch them up just because I like to get in a bit of a groove myself personally, but not to the point of which I'm not feeling anything the next day. So my goal is to always feel something the next day. You'll also notice that I'm going for a lot more reps right now than what I would typically recommend to somebody, and that comes down to the fact that I'm just trying to lose fat right now. When I'm going back to my muscle building, I'll drop those down to generally around the 8 to 10 rep mark, except for my major compounds, which are going to be your bench, your deadlift, your overhead press, and your squat. Those I'm probably going to start doing a 5x5 once I get back onto my bulking phase, just for a little bit, build up some strength, get that muscle back that I had. And with that, I'm going to leave you guys for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to check out my Facebook page, Zac Abbott Physique. I'll be posting articles on there Monday to Friday. Hopefully trying to get one a day just to give you guys some advice. I'm going to give you pointers, heads up. Pretty much anything I come across that I find interesting is going to be on that page. Give me a like and a subscribe below, and I'll see you guys next time.